It's been a marvelous Monday so far right here in the Wake Up Nigeria neighborhood, and we're glad that you're joining us. It's time for motivation, and we're going to be talking about navigating digital footprints today. It's all about exploring the concept of digital footprints and how they impact our personal branding. Today we have Aizehi Itua. He's providing tips to us about managing online presence, social media accounts, and leveraging on digital platforms to enhance our professional reputation. It's great to have you back in the building.
Thank you very much, Titi.
All right, so for those that don't understand the concept of a digital footprint, let's break it down as simply as possible. What is it?
Okay, a digital footprint is literally everything you've done digitally, from your accounts to your posts and all of the engagements that you've done.
Okay.
Right? So having, your social media accounts, all you've been tweeting, all you've been posting across board, those represent your digital footprint. Okay. It's like the mark you've made online.
Okay, the mark you've made online, whether positive or
negative, yes.
Okay, so now this affects our professional lives as well as our personal or social lives.
Definitely.
But most people think of social media as just a social life kind of thing. What do you say to people that assume that's the case?
I think, yes, it is social, but then it is an expression of who you are internally. Last week we talked about personal branding, and, this week is more about how do you market that personal branding. So it's very essential that you're particular about what you see online. You really need to think about it before you tweet, or, post whatever online. You try as much as possible not to share too much. And this is because it creates a perception about you. People then tend to create a first impression about you. When they want to meet you or, discover more about you, they tend to go online to check you out.
Sure. So that is the case now. There was a time where, in order to know about someone's history, you ask their family, friends, or people that know them. But now people just essentially go online.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to our professional reputation, maybe trying to find a job,
yes.
What do employers or recruiters look for specifically?
I'll start from a personal angle.
Okay.
As much as possible, I tend to go through the social media platforms of my teammates a lot.
Okay.
I do that because, to an extent, away from the whole professional look that you give to me, I like to know what you do for fun, what's your perspective of life, when you are excited or at ease, right? Because it then helps me know how, know how to manage you, better, know how you are emotionally, and all of that. So as professionals, most times they tend to look out for how you are, because if you engage on online banters, sometimes they would like to see how you engage on, you taking confrontations and all of that stuff.
Okay.
So, and what exactly interests you, and what you look out for most times, yeah.
But maybe as an SME owner, going through your social media, the social media of your staff, it doesn't mean that that staff member doesn't deliver.
No.
If, for instance, they have a very, let's use the term, excessive social lifestyle.
Yes, it does not. And being in the creative space, clearly, I want you to be able to explore.
Okay.
Personally, right? I want you to be able to explore. But then in other professional, areas, it's the fact that you are also managing humans. Right, so understanding how they unwind would also help you even know their level of exposure, and things you can. It's not every boss is a cool boss, yeah.
True.
So
true.
We want to unwind, we want to work on the job, but then how do you then express your creativity, when you're social?
All right, so let's backtrack to digital footprints now. Someone is watching right now and realizing, they've not actually taken note of their digital footprint before. What is the first advice you give to someone who comes to this realization? Okay,
great. I remember going through my Facebook post for about, I think, over 8 years back, and I asked myself, did you actually do this? It wasn't, and I'm sure a lot of people are like that. So first off, I think you have to be consistent across board. Having understood who you are and, embracing who you are. Be consistent across board. Don't be one person here and another person there.
Okay.
Right? It helps the employer actually identify you as a consistent person across board. Yes, you could express yourself through different pillars, right? Be more in other platforms, as it permits, but then be consistent across board. Try to avoid banters. Yes, actually express your own position, but avoid unnecessary,
Back and forth.
Yes, back and forth, and adhere to their policies. Be particular about the privacy policies too of all of these platforms, because it's very essential. Everything we do is documented.
So now you probably have a client coming to your office who wants to rebrand.
Yes.
Wants to, edit what people's impression of their professional life is like.
Yes.
What are the first few things they need to adjust? Okay,
so first what we'll do is an audit.
Okay.
And by that is we're scanning through all of your, your tweets, all of your, posts, and then using our tools, our digital tools will help you, take off all of the things that could create a negative perception.
When you say take off, you mean like mute, or what do they call it, archive?
Yeah,
posts?
kind of archive, because the main data is resides with them, but then it's off where people can actually.
So it's no longer public.
Yes, it's no longer public.
All right. So, but what does this do for the person?
Clearly, it positions you better.
Okay.
People evolve, and you might not want to be known, in a certain way that you were actually very expressive, in your younger years. Okay. So for your next journey, you might actually want to just tweak a thing or two, to make it better. So yes, it helps you, positions you in a better light.
All right. I'm not sure if you've had the chance to go through any of my social pages before.
I have.
You have?
And it's...
It's what?
It's...
okay, so the thumbs up thing is, I don't know what that means. What does that even mean? Okay. Is there anything you would tweak from my social pages, for instance?
A couple of things, but maybe off air.
I'm actually open to... Okay, just one. Just give me one. Let's hear the damage that needs to be done to those social pages.
No, I think your Instagram is actually great. Your followership is also good.
All right.
One thing we can then do is engage some more.
Oh, okay.
Basically, so because you have a community.
Yeah.
And how do we then make them?
So I need to connect more with my followers.
Yes, you do.
Okay, all right. The way you're saying yes, you do, you're like, oh, okay, all right. I'm sorry, I apologize if I've not been engaging with you guys enough. It's because of my schedule, but I will work on that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
But now, let's talk about what's going to happen in the next 2 to 5 years.
Yeah.
If you do not rebrand or take note of what your digital footprint means for your brand.
Yeah.
What will happen to the average person?
Recruiters are actually looking out for, people through their social media platforms. For LinkedIn, I'm very big on LinkedIn. A lot of recruiters are actually big on LinkedIn. A lot of opportunities are there for professionals. For the tech guys, Twitter is also very good. For creative guys, Instagram, YouTube, and all of that, very good. Like I said initially, it's great for first impression and also serves as backlinks, reason to believe your big claim. When I meet you, I want to know who you are. So first off is, if I Google your name, what do I see? Very essential. So it shows that you're particular about your footprint and you're taking charge of your narrative, right? On LinkedIn, how do you share your thoughts as a thought leader, right? And express your skills as well as much as possible. You want to amplify that. Recruiters are particular about that these days. All
right. Now, I have to say I appreciate you for coming to talk to us about this today.
Thank you very
much. Hopefully we've connected with people who had no idea what a digital footprint actually is. And now they know they need to adjust it or, maybe make some tweaks. But it's been a great discussion. We'd love to hear your thoughts, comments, and contributions. Just use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TBC. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Titi.
All right, then, let's take a quick break. There's still so much more coming your way. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.